Based on the briefings you've received, what's the situation? Which are the worst affected districts?
The Kullu Manali is the worst affected district of Himachal Pradesh. All our districts are worst affected. Losses are life loss, human loss are about 16, and total damage caused due to rain is heavily. So, हम पूरी रात से we are trying, and रात 2 बजे भी हमने कोई 30 people को रेस्क्यू किया.
जी. सुकु जी, क्या कौन सा डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है हिमाचल में जो आपने और आपके एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आइडेंटिफाई किया है एज द वर्स्ट अफेक्टेड अभी?
I have already told you, Kullu Manali is the best. Kullu is the district.
और अभी जो रेड अलर्ट इश्यू किया है सुकु जी, इज देयर अ कंसर्न दैट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द सिचुएशन विल गेट वर्स? क्या और इवैक्यूएशंस एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इन जगहों में?
नहीं, हमने रात को 2 बजे इवैक्यूएशन किया. नगवाई से 6 लोग थे. 29 को हमने मनाली से इवैक्यूएट किया. पूरी रात उनको इवैक्यूएट सुबह 4 बजे किया. Our one of the minister is there, Mr. Sundar Thakur, one of the minister is there, वो वहाँ है. और अभी पूरी रात अभी फिर तेज बारिश हो रही है. हमारा सभी
हिमाचल प्रदेश में भारी बारिश के कारण पिछले 3 दिनों से बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हुआ है, और उस नुकसान के कारण जो है बहुत सारे लोगों की जान भी गई है. लगभग 12 लोगों की जान अभी तक जा चुकी है. लेकिन सबसे बड़ा नुकसान तो जो लोगों के घर नष्ट हो गए, घर बह गए, और उसके साथ साथ में जो बहुत सारे जगह बारिश के पानी के कारण गांव खाली करने पड़ रहे हैं, वो एक चिंता का विषय है.
Torrential rains have wreaked havoc in Himachal Pradesh, and majority of the rivers are in spate. We are in Mandi, where we can see the Solan Beas River, where the flood water has almost touched the residential areas, be it the temples or be it the houses. People have been moved to the safer places after the flood water entered their houses, be it the Thunag or be it the Pando area. These areas experienced floods after the floodgates were opened by the dam administration. As far as the alert is concerned, the Met Department has predicted rains till 30th of this month. Floodwater has entered the residential areas and scared the local residents. That is why the administration has asked people not to venture the low-lying areas, the river beds and the highways where shooting stones can take place. As far as the impact of the rains is concerned, public and private property worth several hundred crores has been damaged during the torrential rains. With camera person Aman Gupta, this is Manjeet Sehgal in Mandi for India Today. Flash floods have wreaked havoc in many parts of Mandi. We are at the Solikhad area where we can see how the flash flood and the rains have damaged this property. We are standing at the 3rd story, and all 3 stories have been damaged by the flood water, which suddenly entered this house around 3 a.m. The owners of this building are still living in this building on the top floor, just watching how the flash floods have wreaked havoc and damaged their hard-earned property. This is the 2nd story. We cannot move even as there is sand and it is slippery. The flood water can still be seen in the 1st story of this house. This is how the flash floods and torrential rains have wreaked havoc in this area of Mandi district. With camera person Aman Gupta, this is Manjeet Sehgal in Solikhad area for India Today.
हमारे पास और तो कोई जगह नहीं है जाने के लिए. जितना हम बचा सकते थोड़ा बहुत हमने बचा लिया है. अभी हम घर की 3री मंजिल पे हैं. हमारी 2 मंजिलों में तो रेत और पानी से मतलब बहुत ही बुरा हाल है, और अभी 4थी मंजिल पे है वैसे तो, और देखते हैं अभी क्या हो सकता है.
जी ये बताइए कि इस क्षेत्र में कितने घर तबाह हुए बाढ़ में?
ये तो पार मंगाली के तो हो गए 6-7 घर. हाँ जी, तो यहाँ पूरे 2 मकान भी चले गया पानी पूरे मकान में. हाँ जी, 2 हमारी एक कामवाड़ी, उनको भी परेशानी हो गई बहुत ज्यादा.
Situation in Mandi remains grim. Yet again, the river water level is on increase. The rise in the level is more than 3 to 4 feet. And this is the Beas River, which has entered into the residential areas just along the riverside. You see, these are the mostly shops. Now the has totally been inundated, and here what it looks like almost a sea wave, but this is just a river water, because the intensity of the rain, which hasn't decreased since last 24 hours, we are only seeing continuous rainfall, and that has triggered the massive flow in the Beas River. The other drainage, which is usually mountain nala, mountain drains, which were just 2 hours ago were flowing almost 8 to 9 feet lower than what you see in these images. The bridge that you see was washed away by the water flow yesterday along with 7 others, and thus the ancient Shiva temple is now being totally disconnected, have gone totally out of reach from the people, and that explains the furious rain in Himachal Pradesh. In Mandi with Nasir, this is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today. The furious torrential rain in Himachal Pradesh has literally caused mayhem in several districts. Here in Mandi, the ground situation is the water level of river Beas has gone up. Since yesterday, it was even touching this iconic, more than a century old, this foot-over bridge. However, the water level has reduced, but the rise in the water level is all because of the Pando Dam gates that have been opened because of the overflowing the water level. And all the hilly region has been totally covered with thick layer of crowd, and there have been non-stop rain in certain areas. And if you see these images, the scary images of Beas River, this is literally taken away, washed away number of foot-over bridge all over in this area, be it Sundarnagar or Mandi. Several cars were seen in the viral images, washed away, flown away with this water level by Beas River. And here in Mandi, that's a Shankar temple, Dharamshala, all these areas, everything is now inundated, submerged, which are just located at the bank of River Beas. This is the furious situation in Mandi. There has been red alert issued. The schools, colleges are shut down. People have been warned not to venture out near the river areas, as more likely there will be landslides. And of course, since the rainfall continues, there will be further rise in the water level of these furious Beas River. In Mandi with Nasir, I am Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.